welcome to another exciting episode of KOS. And today, I have my holy grail. This is one of those statues that you kind of use as a cornerstone to your collection. An apex piece, a piece that you feel fits the mold that you can say is kind of untradeable. Something that you've been seeking to obtain. A statue where you can put another statue that's supposedly in its class and it outclasses them. Today, I bring you XM Studios Masterpiece line, OG Iron Man. I can't tell you how bad I wanted this piece. First, I want to give a shout out to Todd from Spec Fiction, because when I was first looking for this piece, trust me, man, the prices on eBay. This is before I was part of Darth Castle X, that I do on Friday nights at 9 p.m. DCX statue group, and they taught me a lot. I feel basically without them, I would have spent excess money on things. Sorry. And they have taught me how to search properly, put me in connections with the right people. So Spec Fiction definitely helped me obtain one of my holy grails. And let me give you the story on why this statue means so much to me, right? Because for a long time, I always had the question, who armor was better? Dr. Doom's or Iron Man? And I grew up in a day where it wasn't like Mark 5, Mark 6, Mark 7, all these little weird numbers. That's that MCU stuff. I grew up in the days where if Iron Man had a different armor, it was called the stealth armor. If Iron Man had a space suit, it was called the space armor, underwater armor, stuff like that. And this armor is his classic armor. Had the briefcase, he has the repulsor rays, which is his gauntlets that he puts on, and then he puts on his boots, he puts on his helmet and his pants, and the battery packs on each side. And that was Iron Man. Jet across the world. His repulsor rays were absolutely incredible. And when he had to use that unibeam on his chest, you understood that there was trouble to be held, because he was definitely going to take you out. That's when Iron Man was Iron Man to me. One of the best stories that I got a chance to read was Iron Man 149 and 150. It was Iron Man versus Dr. Doom. And in that issue, Iron Man was fighting some pirates, and then he had to confront Doom. It was something that got him all the way to Doom, right? So he gets to Doom, he gets to Latveria, he gets to Doom's castle. Now, Doom has this is one of his henchmen that's plotting against Doom himself, but he doesn't know it. And Doom is a master of the mystic arts, just like Doctor Strange, right? So Doom is really good at that. Doom is very smart. Doom has an insatiable appetite for power, right? So his armor is just as top-notch as Iron Man. So this issue, I said, okay, I'm gonna find out exactly who has the best armor. Well, they're going head to head and they're fighting, and Doom has a teleportation platform. Yeah, a teleportation platform. So he goes to jump into the teleportation platform. Iron Man jumps in it with him. As they're about to teleport out, Doom's henchman jumps out from the back, one of his scientists, and destroys the machine. So the machine is destroyed. These guys is thrusted back in time into ancient Camelot. Okay, so I think Doom hooks up with Magorna Le Fray. I believe her name is, she's a sorceress from back then that was going up against Merlin. She's very well known later on in comic books. But Iron Man aligns himself with the Knights of the Round, King Arthur. And Doom brings the army of the dead, zombies, and Iron Man brings the Knights of the Round, and they're battling, they're fighting. So as they're fighting, they get into a tussle, and they realize, because at this point in time the battle is over, right? And they realize, okay, this is a stalemate here, and we can't decide who has the best armor, because Doom was using like pin particles, like shooting rocks at them that were growing really big, and Iron Man was using repulsor shields. So they was pretty much at a stalemate. So they needed to build another teleportation platform. How they did it, they had to trust each other. So one by one, they would take pieces off of their armor to build this up, and they used both their minds together to rebuild this teleportation platform to get back to their proper time. And they did it. The battle ended in a stalemate, and at the end, because neither one could fly away, Iron Man walked his way and Doom walked his way, and Doom talking crap to Iron Man, talking about this isn't over, and Iron Man's like, yeah, whatever, see you next time, get out of here. So that's the reason why. And you can tell from the art in the back, you got Merlin there, you got Iron Man, and you got Doom. It's a beautiful book. Something I urge you to read if you get a chance. So let's get into this masterpiece of a statue. I love art prints from XM Studios. The art prints are fantastic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to laminate these guys, and I'm going to put them in the backgrounds of this. My stuff is still being finalized now. Shout out to Junior for giving me a little bit of direction. So let's get into the statue. Well, right here we have the Iron Man statue with the portrait of just showing Tony Stark's face. But little did I know that it came with a separate torso with a different head, two different heads. Right, so now the difference between this torso and the other torso is very minor, but major, because back in the days in the comic books, it didn't go over giant revisions. What they would do is change minor little things. So one is a little bit more updated, but this one is more comic accurate and molded armor to his skin, because you can see his abs, his pecs, his his biceps, everything. The armor is battle worn, so that's a plus for me. What I love is in the middle of his hand, you can see the repulsor ray bubble. Beautiful. The arc reactor in his chest actually comes out for each different armor, has a different arc reactor. One is more modern, the other one is more retro. I won't be displaying him with his face out. I just did that for the video, because I just wanted to show the diversity in it, and that's how Tony Stark's looks to me. The fact that he's on an Ultron base, you guys know that I think Ultron is the ultimate villain, and this Ultron base probably sealed the deal for me, because XM only did 2 statues with an Ultron base. The other is the Scarlet Witch, which I'm in the talks right now to receive. And then they have an Ultron statue itself coming. That's already pre-ordered. But this Ultron base is magnificent. You have 2 Ultron bodies. You have a hand sticking out in the back. You have other parts of the Ultron there. You have Tony Stark's hand holding his head. And it's just right after a fight, a battle. And you can see the damage on the Iron Man. It is absolutely incredible. I think XM blew it out the park. I don't think there's another Iron Man statue in its class. This is a grail. This is my grail, and I am so happy I was able to obtain it. Now, this is the part in the video where I'm going to ask you to like, follow, and subscribe. And hit that join button. Hit that join button. You know where that join button is. It's right there at the bottom. Hit the join button so you can see everything that the realm is doing right now. This weekend, this is the last weekend, and then we're going to be giving away a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X to some lucky winners. And that is fantastic. So if you're a member of the realm, you definitely have a shot. If you're a Patreon member of the realm, you have a shot as well. If you're both, you have 2 shots. Also, go to lordsofgaming.net, where we have a ton of writers, ton of opinion pieces, and we're down with Open Critic. This is so incredible that our writers are being recognized for their hard work. So please give a chance to go there, read all the articles, get a chance to look at old episodes of KOS, also Combat Talk with the King, and Iron Lords Podcast, which I'm a member of, which is Sundays at 11 a.m. during football season, or 1 p.m. when football season is over. And it's almost over, baby. Stick around, watch this statue in all its glory, and this is Halloween weekend. Next up is something very spooky. Stay collected.